Yeah, that's how we do it here at WSAN Radio. Ooh, there we go. We got to cut that off because they're getting ready to start another song. I forgot all about that. Anyway, this is DJ Ron G on WSAN Radio. Man, I'm looking at all this stuff going on today. It is Christmas Eve. Almost 70 degrees right now. It's 69 degrees outside right now. What in the world is going on with this weather today? But stick around because next week, Monday, the high only supposed to be about 50. So we're going to have a drastic change going on with this weather and everything. So that's what's going on. Just remind everybody, since this is Christmas Eve, be aware of your surroundings. That's all I can say because they're out there. They're out to take from you. They're waiting for you to not be watching. So make sure you, when you go to the bank, the ATM, watch for people following you. That's one of their deals right there they're doing. Watch for people knocking on your door, stating something's going on without seeing credentials. See, the other day, I was sitting there. I went outside. I seen this young man walking around knocking on everybody's door. He knocked on two of the neighbors' doors, and my next door neighbor, he seen me standing out there. He just walked on by and went to the next one and knocked on the door. As he was going, he was turning around looking at me. And then he went to the other neighbor's door. Then he crossed the street and walked back. He kept on looking at me. I said, "Can I help you?" He just looked at me. The next thing I know, he picked his step up a little bit. I looked down the street, homeboy was running. So that was telling me he was up to no good. He was up to no good. You know, how you knocking everybody's door? I'm sitting out there, you don't come talk to me. If you was legit. But I guess he wasn't legit because being out there, being the president, I probably deterred him from doing something stupid. You know, this is a time of year, is the wrong time of year to be in jail. So anyway, everybody, be aware of your surroundings and what's going on because it's mighty important for you to realize what's happening because it's out there for a reason. So just back up, take a couple of breathers, and you be all right. All right, now at 11 o'clock this morning, we have Joseph Lee. Special edition of the Impact Hour. And he is a mental health, you name it, he does it. So he'll be on at 11 today talking about mental health in the season. See, this is the season that we need to check on our elderly and our neighbors. Because, it's a festive season for some, and for some, it's not. They get depressed and everything. So we got to make sure that we check on. Even call your family, because some of your family members are the same way. Call them up. Hey, what you doing? Why don't you come over and bring me $100 in lunch? That's festive. Let them know what they're doing. Hey, what you doing? Come on over here, bring lunch, bring me $100. What's the $100 for? I don't know, just bring it. Oh, boy. I'm so full of it this morning, Coach K. Good morning.
Good morning. Shoot, I jumped on when I set the phone up. I heard you. I said, hold on, he's playing my jam. I had to jump into my mind.
Oh man, you know what's funny? I had my regular show, and people was trying to figure out how can I split the radio station from Facebook. Because right now, my radio station is playing the music it should be playing, time of day and all that. But I got my Facebook and my Twitch and YouTube, all that separate from that. They didn't understand how I could do it separate. But you know what I said? You know what I said? I said, you know why? You know how it's done? I said it's ancient Negro secret. And they didn't know what to say after that. They just left me alone. But we gave away $100 this morning.
Really?
Somebody guessed the five.
Should I check my account? Where's my phone?
Well, somebody.
No, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. Somebody checked the 5 songs I played for Christmas, and they got every last one of them right. I did the giveaway about 7:30 this morning, and
Oh, okay.
on the eighth caller, and they were calling, Coach. They were calling, and finally the eighth caller came in. I said, WSAN Radio, eighth caller. Did I win? No, not yet. You got to tell me the songs first. Because you're the eighth caller, you got to let me know. And she had every last one. One song she never heard before. And she said, I had to do some studying on that one. So actually, I put my listeners, I gave them homework. They didn't know I gave them homework. But as soon as she sent me her Cash App, I sent her the money, and she's happy as a lark now.
Hey, well, congrats to her. I
Yeah.
hope that I know ya. Drinks on you.
You ain't getting the first, second, and third.
That
So
part.
what we got on? What we got going on this morning, young lady?
Man, you know, Ron, this one is kind of a soapbox thing, but it's not. I'm going to make it not that.
Okay.
But try. I'm going to try. Recently, I want to talk about just making the best choice for you when you embark on your weight loss journey. That's the moral of the story. Make the best decision for you. Now, excuse me. Now, recently, you know, it's one of the things we had our fitness and nutrition expo. We talked about it then. I talk about it all the time, and I don't hide my feelings for the weight loss drugs. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't. I don't. And recently, I've run into several people. Now, I've had clients that have used them, but used them and got off. Like they use them for the tool that is intended to be. And then you have the ones that, you know, they feel like without it, they would gain the weight back. So they continue to take it. Right? Now, if you have attended, maybe not this one, the one before that, the last fitness and nutrition expo that I had, because I really got at that one, we had a whole talk about it. That's what the topic was.
Yeah.
So what I want to remind people that, like you said, some of the stuff, it is a tool. It's used for a short time, right? It is to be used for a numbered time to help you achieve the results that you would maybe not otherwise be able to get on your own. Maybe, you know, maybe you do have a true where you eat, you know, like you said, where you're just, you know, you have no control. You have no control. Maybe you do binge eat frequently. I mean, we all eat our feelings from time to time anyway, but maybe you always in your feelings. I don't know. Maybe you have injuries where you can't exercise. You can't move around, right? Maybe that is the case. However, it's not always the case. I have found in recent in the last year, most of the people who come to me and my clients or someone that I may hear and they say, yeah, I'm considering the weight loss drugs, they really don't even need it. You know what I mean? They really don't need it. They really just need to zone in and you know, discipline themselves, right? That because they may don't overeat. They are maybe they're exercising, they're just not getting the results as fast as they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you talk to your doctor, who is a medical professional, who big farm, okay, greases his pockets. I'm sorry, I don't want to get your show canceled, Ron, but let's keep it 100. So you have these doctors prescribing these weight loss medications to people who really are not in need of them. What do weight loss drugs do? Ron, do you know?
I found out by talking with some of the newer stuff out right there, the long-term effect. They said some women can become sterile.
What I mean is
Or are you
when
talking
it's
about
working.
when it?
So when you are taking weight loss drugs, what is happening is it is paralyzing one side of your stomach. So it just shuts it off. Shuts it off. Your intestines, okay. Now we're in trouble because not everything is working like it's supposed to.
Right.
Okay. So you are not hungry. Somebody asked the question, how can these weight loss drugs help you if you're never hungry, if you never get the sensation to eat? Well, I mean, just being honest, the question for the person who gave it, she really, I don't feel like she really explained it well, so I'm gonna tell you, it's through habits. You have to train yourself to still eat, to make the right choices when you do eat. It's going to be a smaller amount because you're probably not going to be hungry, but you're going to have to train yourself to do so. If you don't, okay, the weight's going to come off. You're not going to look good. I'm just,
Yeah.
like you said, it's your muscle tone. A lot of people, you know what? I can automatically spot somebody on weight loss drugs now. Automatically. I look at their face, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it sunken in jaws and all that?
Come on, guys. Again, I don't want to get on my soapbox, but you're making me. You're making me because it's what's coming up? Christmas, then New Year's, and then what? New Year, new me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to anybody who is out here that is considering going that route. Please think about it and really make sure that your physician is making the best choice for you. One of my clients said that she was considering it, and she knows how I feel about it. She didn't even, when she said, she hinted at it, and I was like, girl, no.
Mm.
Well, she had the conversation with her physician, and he told her, you know, you're not obese, you're not overweight or anything. He was like, you're just not dropping weight like you want. Stay at it. I don't think that this is the choice for you. Well, you know what? She honed in, she disciplined and made some changes in her diet and in her fitness and her lifestyle. Homegirl dropping the weight and looking good. Looking good. You know? Now I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it's all because I had something to do with it, I'm just saying,
You did.
but I did. However, I just want everybody to really, like I said, just stop and make sure that, are you making the choice to take these things? Because keep in mind, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but now, and and somebody said it to me, and they said it like it was a good thing. One of my clients, matter of fact, she was like, yeah. She said now, she said the weight loss drugs, she said they brought the prices down so they're more affordable. So I'm thinking, because that was something that happened in our administration. They made it to where they lowered the prices of weight loss drugs. Now, Ron, what does that tell you? So we want people to have to rely on a pill to
Right.
stay. Now you're not eating the food. Don't worry, because like you said, we gambling anyway. It ain't like it's getting expected like it's
That's
supposed to.
true.
So, but either way, we are, saying that it is okay. Don't worry about eating. Just take this pill. It'll keep you straight. It'll keep
Wow.
you together. That's what we're putting out. Going
Mm-hmm.
into the new year. Where everybody and their mama, who in their life has never said, maybe some people, but it's very few people who has never said, man, I could stand to lose a couple pounds.
Yeah.
It's New Year's coming up. New Year's resolutions, right? People wanna jumpstart their weight loss journey. I don't have a problem if you want to do that using these tools that are put out there for you. But please use it as a tool. This is my
So
public service announcement.
so
Because
let me
I'm
ask
gonna
you
tell
something. Let me ask you
yeah.
something when you said that.
Hmm.
Something just came into my mind when you said that. So they're taking these drugs. Now there's a pill form they just introduced out there. And so I'm gonna play devil advocate on this one, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
you're taking them pills for 30 days. You lost the weight that you did. Your hunger pain has not been there. Now you're off the pills and you're getting hungry and you start gorging and gaining that weight right back again. And then you take the pills over again and do the same thing. That is tearing your body up on the inside, going up and down, and your body get confused. Now,
Well, I mean, go
but
ahead.
isn't that unhealthy to do that?
It is, and that's what I was just about to say. So this is not something that's new. These fad diets, all of the things, right? These are meant to drop weight fast. If it's meant to drop weight fast, mm-mm, be leery of it because you're going to gain it back just as fast. And that up and down on your organs, on your joints and your body, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight.
Hmm.
You know, if you're taking the weight loss drugs, my stomach works, now it doesn't. My stomach works, now it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It, personally, and again, you are talking to someone who, for the last 20 years, this is what I have. I've been doing. Even when I went and got me a desk job, tried to get me a desk job, and so forth, whatever. I was walking around telling people, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you should do this." Because I honestly, like I said, my mother was a habitual dieter. Every time she was on a diet, I was on a diet. Every time she went to the exercise classes, I had to go to the exercise classes. So, no, I'm not really for the fad diets. I
Yeah.
believe in having a diet that you can live with. If you are not, if you're not able to maintain what you're eating normally, and you're doing something outside of what you would normally do for a certain period of time, no, the weight's coming back. The latest one, and it's not the first time I've heard it, but it's the first time I've heard of women doing it, and it's like the protein diet, where you just eat meat. Pretty
Yeah.
much, eat, that they want you to have the fat to give you the, whatever, but that's pretty much all you eat. All right, you know, I like meat. I love a good pork chop, good steak.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, but remember, you have to make sure that you are getting into things that's going to make you go to the bathroom too. Too much protein makes you constipated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a balance there. It's like, am I doing what like you said, you gotta, drink your water, do the thing. You gotta do the things, but are you going to do those things forever? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you're making the choices to say, I'm going to change my diet to and I'm steady. I'm only talking about weight loss because again, next week is a new year.
Yeah.
Most people are new year, new me. So I'm talking to you. Please, please make sure that you take the time and evaluate what works for you and what doesn't. Can I maintain what I'm doing for the rest of my life that I have left? Can I eat uh these things? Can I get away with not eating? Can I get away with only juicing forever? Can I get,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Because there's
Yeah.
certain things. You got the juicers that only juice. You got the, like you said, different diets. My one of my clients or whatever, one of the switches that she made, she went vegetarian.
Mm.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
For you, that ain't gonna work for me. Did you hear what I said? I like steak. I like pork chops. Okay?
Yes.
So that's not gonna work for me. But you know what does work for me? My Veggie Mondays.
Oh.
I am going to definitely, even Ron, even when, like last week, my honey, he was here, so I cooked on Veggie Mondays, which is not usually something I do. you know. So I cooked for the meals or so forth, made this, made that. Now, this particular Monday, I just whatever I had available that was vegetables, that's what I ate.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't. Because, I had stuff. I already had it. But that works for me. That is the way that I see myself. Um, I think doing better with my diet and better with my health. That's what's going. I feel like it's something that's going to work for me, right?
Yeah.
So I encourage people to do the same. I got a weight loss contest coming up, talking about $100 or so forth or whatever. Double your money, 50 to enter, double your money. But the thing is, what you should get out of that is, hopefully, a better about a better mindset, and hopefully smaller in the waist and less on the scale. I mean, 28 days, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
People would rather go and get a pill than
Yeah.
just to commit for 28 days.
Yeah. So let me ask you something.
Hmm.
I read something about 5, 6 years ago, and since you brought this up, it ignited my memory that they were doing a comparison between blue collar and white collar workers. And they discovered that most blue collar workers are more healthier because they're doing physical work. They're
Yeah.
constantly moving, they're constantly doing physical work. They wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
take nothing away from the white collar workers, but they're more or less in the office sitting down 8 hours a day, while blue collars are out there putting houses together, building bridges, trash collectors. They're
Mm-hmm.
constantly moving. And they
Mm-hmm.
said that blue collar workers are more healthier wise than white
Mm-hmm.
collar workers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought about that. I said, because I'm a blue collar worker, and I remember those days. I mean, we was just out there working and doing all, and we always make fun of some of our friends that was white collar workers. We always call them little wuss. You don't know what real work is, and they say, "Well, I use my brain." Well, you're not using your body. We used to mess with them all the time, and
Yeah.
I thought about that survey that they took that it kind of sort of make a little sense.
Well, I mean, I could definitely see that someone who sits on a regular basis definitely is not getting their heart rate up. So their cardiac health isn't, necessarily going to be the best because they may sit, more. Now, that same white collar worker can go to the gym before work or after work.
Mm-hmm.
They may play in a basketball league or something like that. So that would counteract that activity, right?
Right.
Now, that, as you said, devil's advocate, the blue collar worker is active all day, putting stuff together, putting in that muscle work, right? But then goes home and eats like crap and goes right to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
or chain, has a 6 pack of beer, and then what I'm saying. So I can see where that could be true, but it all comes down to your habits, Ron,
Yeah.
and your lifestyle and your
True.
mindset. I,
True.
nothing is going to, nothing is going to, to happen unless you make it happen. That's how I look at it. So if I say, you know what, I sit at this desk all day long. My butt is spreading under the chair. Because I don't know if you've noticed, Ron, but chairs have gotten bigger because we've gotten bigger. Look at the car seats and vehicles now and so forth. They look like spaceships, but their freaking seats are huge, yeah? Because our butts are huge. We're all getting bigger, right?
Yeah.
So if I say that I know I sit in this chair. I know my butt is starting to slide over the sides. I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah.
I, Now I could also say, this chair is getting. Somebody must have switched my chair. This chair is not as. I need me a more comfortable chair, and then I go get a bigger chair that's more comfortable. Mindset, Ron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mindset.
But
So yeah, I'm talking to all of my people out here who are wanting to hopefully get rid of weight, because y'all know how, like you said, if you've ever spoken to Coach K or heard me talk about weight loss, I don't believe in losing weight. I believe in getting rid of weight. When you lose weight, you find it again. That's what's going to happen with these weight loss drugs eventually. If you stop,
yeah.
if you have been on it and you are still, that's your way that you're using your maintenance plan to keep your weight in check,
I like that. Your maintenance plan.
it's going to come back.
So let me ask you something.
Mm.
These pharmaceutical companies are making a killing,
Really?
and they're sitting back. They're cranking out these drugs for all this. I'm sorry. I'm going to be real ugly right now. How in hell can you produce all this stuff? You can't come up with something for the common cold or cancer and everything else out there, but you could hit this up right here. I'm sort of just pissed off with them doing things like that. And somebody said a long time ago, if they spend more time to find a cure, then they will go out of business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's true. So now what we're doing, even the doctors are pushing it because of pharmaceutical companies. Hey, give this to everybody. Give this to everybody.
That's
Cause
what this is what I'm saying.
yeah,
Y'all, come on. If they're willing to give it to you, beware. I don't know where y'all grew up, but I know where I grew up. I heard, they'll give you your first hit for free.
Your first hit. That's not funny, but you're right.
Just saying.
Man.
Just saying. Y'all keep on. I want everybody. I sent out a email update yesterday for the fourth annual Get Fit Wellness Fair coming up in January.
Yeah.
And I put in there, I said, this event is for people to, my goal is for people to get the resources, to be the healthiest versions of themselves, and that means all the way around, all the way around.
Yeah.
Health, mental health, fitness, finances, all the way around, all the way around. You know, we, I think that we take good health for granted.
Yes, we do.
We take good health for granted. Guys, again, trust yourself and believe that you have the tools in you and available to you to make the best decision that works for you. And in the end of it, the goal may include weight loss or getting rid of weight. However, the goal needs to be, how can I live out the rest of my days the healthiest version of myself?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. We are not, like you said, everybody don't need to be a size 4.
That point.
That's not it. I remember 10 years ago, oh yeah, I was, okay, I was a 3,
Mm-hmm.
3, and I mean, all right. Looking at it now, I don't want to be that small. I don't.
You funny. You funny.
And 6'7".
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that was maybe work for me then. Now
Mm-hmm.
at 45, because 10 years before that, it was something different.
Right.
But right now, nah, being the size 3, 120 don't work for me no more. You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit more weight. I need it. I need it. So no problem.
Yeah.
I'm living the healthiest version of myself. I'm not overweight, now, depending, like you said, I'm perimenopausal, so I may be bloated on any day. However, I'm okay with how I look in my clothes.
Yeah.
I'm okay how I feel in my skin. And mine is the perimenopause BS. It's BS. Oh my gosh, it's BS. I swear, it's BS. But it is. It's the worst. But otherwise, as far as weight, as far as like you said, that type of thing, I'm okay. Like you said, whenever I see maybe something, like what they call the back, when the back fat and so forth,
Yeah.
if I see like, oh, hold up, you need to hit that a little bit more. That's all. Just your workout.
Yep.
I am living and to be the healthiest version of myself. There's some things health wise or so forth or whatever, that I want to go and just make sure. Otherwise, I'm okay. I'm fine. So, and that was because I decided a while ago that I'm not going to cut out everything.
Yeah.
I said because if I'm not going to do it long term, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I remember at one time, y'all, I gave up coffee. Look at that. You can see my cup. Christmas in Baltimore, baby.
Look at that. You know it's cold. You know it's cold up there now, don't you?
I
Okay.
I know. And that's why I moved. Last year, I was in Baltimore for Christmas. Yeah, now I'm in Texas.
Oh, you a mess.
Just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, again, guys, that's the public service announcement is make the best choice for you
Yeah.
when you go and embark on your weight loss journey. If it is including weight loss drugs, do your research. Do your research. Talk to your physician. Make sure that your physician cares about you, not about buying a new Benz, homie.
Mm. That point. You could buy one for me though. Hey.
I, look, I personally, I wear a size, look, size 450 white butter interior,
hey,
22,
hey, hey.
but
I like my truck, so I'm good with that.
well, I'm just saying the moral of the story is don't be up here funding somebody else's stuff, just
Mm-hmm.
because, you're wanting fast results and quick results.
Yeah.
I have learned, man, let me tell you something. I learned a lesson in 2022. In 2022, I wanted what I wanted now. That's what I wanted. I wanted it now. Let me tell you something. That lesson, that was a hard lesson because I got it right now and everything else that I didn't want with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that lesson turned into a blessing because it definitely taught me drive slow, homie. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, you don't have to, yeah, don't have to tell me twice.
I'm reading. I'm reading. Somebody just said and said yes. They'll give you the first hit for free, cause you're hooked after that. That's true.
That's right. That's
Oh
right.
man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's what, when I heard it, I think it was a few weeks ago that I heard it, that, they had brought down the cost and it was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. I know. I don't pay that no
Okay.
attention because next week the price gonna be up there. They.
No. See, no, it's not. It's not. They're going to keep it low. Because what we are wanting now is for everybody to be on it. That's what's happening. They want everybody to be on it. A few years ago when I started this series, I knew a couple people that were on it or so forth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Ozempic was like the thing. It had came out and, all right. It always starts in like Hollywood and so forth, whatever. The cost has been coming down, Ron. Now they have made it affordable for the average person to afford it. No, it's not going up. It's here. Consider this the crack era. Mark my word.
Until they find out the long-term side effects, which we won't know till 5 or 6 years from now.
And I mean, they could be finding out those side effects from, autopsies. You never know.
Yep, and they'll find them. They definitely will find them.
Just saying. Because it's not and this is not to scare anybody. I don't mean this. That was a little drastic. It was. But I'm just saying because we don't know. We don't know. I had one of my clients, she was on them and she was getting migraines and I think she was having like dizziness, all this stuff. And I was like, wow.
Mm.
Wow.
That's
You
crazy.
know, the nausea associated with it, little things. So
Yeah.
I just, again, if you are looking to make some changes to, lose weight, hopefully get rid of weight, um, just do your research and make choices that you can live with, because you want to make sure that this is something that you can maintain. Again, everybody has a maintenance plan. Everybody has one.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that you are getting a little too tight in the pants, like, man, I need to get up and move around more.
Exactly.
That's because your mindset has that is the mindset that you have implemented for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is the boundary that you created, is I need to be able to fit in my clothes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that is your maintenance plan. You say, my pants a little tight, my sugar high. I must be eating some things I'm not supposed to. Let me look at what I'm doing. Your maintenance plan. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
all I'm saying is, you know, if you're going to try these things, do use it as a tool, but know that it's not the maintenance plan. It's not part of it. It's
Right.
not part of it. It is not made to be part of it. And remember, if they're giving it out like candy, beware.
That point.
Beware.
Yeah.
They don't give out the good stuff for free, y'all.
At
Just
one
saying.
at one time. At one time.
Just saying.
Yep.
And this has been, look, Coach K, Hood Economics.
Oh, girl, you a mess. All right, before we leave, tell everybody what's coming up on January 31st.
January the 31st, we are doing our fourth annual Want to Go Fit, Get Fit Wellness Fair. Um, this is where we talk about everything that is healthy, right? So that means general health. You have the opportunity to ask your questions. We have a really good panel, man, a really good panel already, and I still have a couple of spots to put on that.
Yeah.
So just being honest, because I have an allergist this year. I've never
Oh,
had an allergist. So I'm
yeah.
very excited about that. But you have, like you said, the general health. Of course, we have our dentist on board, because she always gives good info. I like having her.
Yeah.
I actually have somebody else I'm probably going to bring in next year. Just because I think a dentist is, for me, it's very important to me. So I just make sure I always have a
Right.
dentist. But then, of course, your fitness and nutrition panel, and with that, we have some kind of fitness breaks in there, so that's going to be good. We're going to start the event with meditation with sound from the House of Yodi. She's going to guide us in a meditation to get our minds right, right? We have our mental health, because mental health is all a part of being well. Got to make sure that mind, that spirit, that everything falls in line. And then, just saying, who ain't right when their money ain't right? Pretty much everybody. So we're going to talk about financial literacy as well. So we'll have that financial literacy panel. And I got one of my network partners that I used to be in a group with years ago. But when I say he's a wealth of information, because he started off, I mean, his father had like a Bales Bondsman's company or something, so, and different businesses. So he's always kind of been around it. But he took from being a realtor to a mortgage broker to he has expanded his business to multiple locations and everything. And the last, I think, 3 years,
Mm.
three to 4 years.
Yeah.
So definitely happy to have him on there. We have a tax, someone, everybody got taxes to do, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have that. But like I said, just wanted to bring, I want to bring all of the resources that I can possibly bring to help everyone start off the year on the right foot. It's later in the month. It's the 31st. So you done got all your shenanigans out your system. You done
Yeah.
started your fad diet that didn't work, and now you looking for other things. So come on down and ask your questions. If like some of this information that I've given about the weight loss drugs. One of the panelists, he's a PA. I'm gonna have him on the fitness and nutrition
Mm,
panel specifically so these questions can be answered with
yes.
a medical professional. So come on down January the 31st from 10 to 3. It's the Purpose Place. I finally have the right address. Been doing it for I don't know how many years now. 329 East Ramsey
There you
in
go.
San Antonio. Like I said, come on down. My goal, like, again, start your year off on the best possible note that you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I'll have some people in my weight loss contest that can pop up at the event and be like, yup, if you stick with it, it works. So
Yes.
that's what I'm hoping for. So, I just like to see, like, because again, it's the mindset. So, my goal is for those 28 days to get in your head. I
Right.
want you. I want to get in your head. You gonna lose weight. That's all gonna happen. But even if you like, man, I only lost 2 pounds or so forth. As long as I got in your head, because you're not gonna stop on the last day of the contest. You're gonna continue on.
Exactly.
So you know what I mean. So yes,
Hmm.
that's what we want. Like I said, come on and tell your story on January 31st.
All right. All right, Coach K, as everything, you have yourself a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ho ho ho.
And we will check you out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks in 2026.
6. That's
Oh,
what we're talking about. All right, young
jeez.
lady, you take care, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good day, guys. Merry
Okay.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes.
Happy.
Recording stopped.
All right, that's Coach K right there on WSAN Radio. We get ready to slide over because we do